The best thing to look for, though, at this position, if you haven't necessarily locked up one of those high placements yet, is to actually try to get that 5K. Just try to pick off that 5K.
Yeah, I mean, now if you're at a point and you can't get in, your chance at money is to get $5,000. Hi, Soda Poppin'.
Hey, shouldn't he be in a seat to play? What's Chance doing?
I mean, he doesn't, he's just so confident he doesn't even need to be at the keyboard and mouse.
Doc, like a rabid animal right now, getting ready for this third match. I don't even know if that's legal.
You're going to be the one to go down there and tell him that he can't?
I'm not going anywhere near that, man. I am not going anywhere near that, man. Doc, though, getting ready. Doc in a pretty good position here. He is one of those guys who is on the bubble. I believe he overall is in something like 6th place here. So if he comes out with a really impressive first place finish, gets those points on the board,
and gets the other guys out early, I mean, there's still an opportunity. The other thing is the guys that are bubbled out of 10th right now and how they perform, we can still see a shakeup in that bottom 5.
Yeah, and they're also, we're getting a look at quite a few of the players right now, some of them being some of the more aggressive players that we've seen. They're really going to set up the way that this game does fall. Major shout out to Glitter, though. She's been playing really well throughout the entirety of the series.
Yeah, I mean,
I believe she's around the same area as Doctor, I believe, on that leaderboard too as well.
They're right there.
I think they're neck and neck.
I think she's in 4th, actually. I think she might be ahead of the Doc.
She might have actually bubbled over the Doc right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. But a lot of the players that we predicted in the top 10 are in the top 10. So that's exciting when casters actually do get the predictions right. One player that I'm holding out for, though, right now, want to see him place a little bit higher this time around, is definitely Mighty Mouse.
Yeah, definitely like to see Mighty Mouse show up, get some more kills, and be able to place a little bit higher in this next match. Jericho looks like he's almost asleep there.
Just enjoying these beautiful Vertigear chairs.
Nanner, somebody that actually went off up on screen right now. I mean, we're seeing him get a bunch of kills. We've seen him come in as the Guardian Angel. We've seen him get some shotgun kills, get a double play. I mean, he's been doing work.
Yeah, definitely. We've seen just some crazy plays coming in, too, with those late nades, some angel plays coming in as well. So hope we get to see some of them yet again. We're also hearing everyone in the crowd getting excited here.
Is that Hottie that came in there for a second? Gassy, a top slayer from last year's Invitational. And there's your boy, Mighty.
We got that caster bond. I'm looking for him to come up big this time around. Do it for me, Mighty Mouse. It was like a few early kills that came in for Mighty Mouse, but I actually want to jump on and get to see his shot just a few times here. But we are about to get this one started. Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready for the final All-Stars match?
All right.
Let's take a peek at this spread, Supersonic.
Yeah, we got a little bit of a spread. Nobody really in that southeast corner. We'll see if anybody decides to swing down there as we hop on board to start the match with C. Nanners as he's coming into what we like to call the iPhone, or the Villas. He's going to come in, and Doc going for the strip. Lay right below him. We got 2 players from the top 10. Potential to really shake things up. It looks like Lay did get the vehicle, though, and is going to get out of there.
Doctor looking for that fight, though. He is going to see one. Is he going to be able to get that early shot coming in with full momentum here, trying to line it up with the shotgun? Will he move into the building? He will do just that, trying to contest here, and he should find purchase. And there we go. Vicstar coming down. Dr. Disrespect with first blood.
Yeah, Vicstar going down there early. I mean, you typically come in and we say you got nothing but the shirt on your back. Vicstar appeared to be missing his shirt as well, though. He loaded in with nothing, looking like he decided to make a couple extra bandages. We're going to lose Joaquin Blaze and Ravico there early in the match. We are already down to 72. A couple people landing right on top of each other, causing some early chaos.
Yeah, and this is one of those things, you know, when you actually do come down every now and then, a few players are going to end up pretty close to each other. We're going to see those early fights play out, but after that, it should calm down just a little bit, and we should see this scavenging phase start.
Yeah, you get some of those initial kills that go off a little crazy, and then we get into that beginning game lull, the looting phase, and into that middle phase where people start trying to decide what their strategy is and how they're going to have to play this one out from where they're at. You just kind of got to deal with the cards you're dealt. Jim getting shot at here early by Steve-O. No helmet. He's going to go ahead and drive away. Not sure if he has enough time to get a second helmet. He did have one already available. He's going to throw that on and drive out.
I think some of the big players that we definitely do want to pay attention to, as well as we already mentioned, are going to be players like Sandy Ravage, obviously already just leading. But the other thing is if a kill comes in early, still has the potential to maybe win the entire thing, but it does open the way for some other players as well. Now on board with So Vindictive. This could be another fight here.
Yeah, so Vindictive going to take some shots to the back there from Lay. Lay trying to press the issue, trying to find an angle and get him pinched in there. We'll see if she can get it out alive. Lei trying to make the play. Grenade going to come in the door, forces out Vindictive, or Vindictive's going to try and hop out. Barely alive, holds on, down to extremely low health, and Lei going to find him through the door.
Really well lined up shot there and a perfect use of that throwable. Going to ensure that kill. Only 71 players here, and we haven't even seen the gas start to move.
Yeah, absolutely. Rough for her to run into the player that won the last game, and Grims has been making work of that SMG so far. We saw him get a couple kills last game, and he just deletes Goldie there with it. Yoda then gets taken out by the SMG as well from Curvy.
Yeah, Goldie getting taken out is going to be big. Goldie was someone who just could really kick up the momentum of each game, coming in, just getting a lot of kills and just being hyper aggressive. Now without Goldie, this will give some players a chance to breathe. Curvy Llama now in this residential area.
Yeah, Curvy just getting that loot off of the body that she just got, so we'll see what she ends up coming up with. And we are in a fight here with Hotted and Giant Waffle. Hotted gonna get that finish with the AK here in the close range combat.
Hotted now gonna be able to get some loot going. We already did see up against Dr. Disrespect in that close range fight, actually going down to the Doctor, but I think Hotted really does feel like he excels in those close spaces. So we'll have to see if Hotted can keep that going.
Yeah, absolutely. Pug, one of my favorites, absolutely. See if he can maybe show up big this game. Fuya, somebody we were talking about, Sirens on, just looking for fights. I think that Fuya's decided that she wants the kill bounty for this game. She's looking for fights now.
I think that's smart, though, from Fuya. I mean, at this point, what's your goal? You want to be able to make as much money as possible. Exactly. So Fuya not necessarily having the highest placements at this point. It seems like her best bet is just to go for that $5 grand. So maybe try to entice some fights, find somebody out in the open, move around in that cop car, see who pops out, and see what work you can get done with the weapons that you do have at your disposal. This time around, Summit is inside of this building trying to get some loot going. Dr. Disrespect, though, once again on foot. We already saw him pick up that first blood kill very early, but I believe the Doctor will be trying to get a vehicle as soon as possible.
Yeah, absolutely. He definitely wants a vehicle there. Eddie sick behind in a fight here against Lei at that spot where we saw Lei get the kill onto Vindictive, and Lei going for the over-the-top play here. Gonna go for the Batman jump down play, possibly. Ends up running by, doesn't spot him. Still looking for him. Finally sees him. He knows where he is now. Yeah, he's trying to hear the foot, the foot, and steals the cop car. Lei gonna get out of there.
Thought maybe for a second didn't know the position, but just on a whole nother level here, going to try to get some grand auto theft going on.
Yeah, Doc still out here in a bit of a rough spot. Shots coming in from behind. That 2-hit eating up a couple shots from Soda Poppin'. Soda Poppin' shooting him in the back. We'll see if Doc decides to retaliate here as Soda Poppin' just runs through the open. Not a care in the world. This Doc is way behind in this fight right now.
My goodness, if Soda Poppin' can take down the Doc right now, he will actually peeling.
Oh,
what?
My God. Soda Poppin' just eliminated the Doc.
Soda Poppin' standing up right now, looking back at the Doc. So, I don't even know what to say.
I'm speechless.
Soda Poppin' looking up at the screen just to make sure he's...
Soda Poppin' making sure that was on screen. Yes, it was, Chance.
Oh, man. All right, well, Soda Poppin' just won this one straight out. 66 players do remain. Summit moving around on this ATV, probably trying to upgrade this vehicle as quickly as possible.
Yeah, Summit definitely wants to get off the ATV, find himself a normal vehicle. Glitter, who was in that 4th place position coming in the overall, in a Jeep. Looks like she's got a decent amount of gear. We do have the 2-hit on for Ice Prime as he's coming in. Grenade going off near him. It looks like he's going to come and try and take this fight with Curvy Llama, possibly.
Yeah, Curvy Llama definitely going to be privy to the location of Ice Prime based off this run pattern. Had that window, so should be able to find Ice Prime. Ice Prime now rotating through this residential area, maybe not even trying to find that fight. We can see right now that airdrop is going to be coming. Gas is going to be spreading. Yeah,
Karma's another airdrop.
It's just every single time. This is just Karma's strategy, and it doesn't seem like anyone's been able to shut it down yet. And one of the reasons is because he is just so good at forcing people off of that drop and making it his own.
Yeah, I mean, he definitely recognizes when it's going to be there. It's going to be center safe zone. He immediately goes. He always has a cop car, and he's always at the drop. And we have a super far northwest safe zone. We are going to lose a little bit of it to that west side, and we can see Theoman TV already set up way up in the mountains, just hanging out. And then we've got all the players that are going to be down in Harris. So Harris is going to be in here for a circle or two, but I think that it's probably going to pull off of Harris a bit.
Yeah, and we have a few players that are over by Humperdinck. They're going to have a pretty long run ahead of them. Just need to make sure that they do it in time so they don't necessarily kind of have to go for that bum rush, like right into the ring and then get picked off because they have poor positioning.
Yeah, we had a couple players really far south down there by Runamuck Lake that have a really long, as you like to say, pilgrimage that they're going to have to make across the map to get all the way up to that safe zone. And they're going to want to rotate soon. The gas is already spreading. It does move relatively slow, but if you don't have a vehicle or at least a Jeep to outrun it, you could end up in the gas for a little bit. And that toxicity building up starts taking away options from you in the late game.
Soda Poppin', the MVP right now, moving through this map, probably looking for another fight, but we are going to jump on board with Burn Notice, trying to take down Lucas FPS. No shots going to connect yet. More shots, though, raining out now from Lucas. Who is going to connect? Nade shot is going to fall down. Lucas pulls ahead on this fight, still with the body armor.
Soda Poppin' out here after getting his kill on the dock. Now here in a fight with Lex. Lex ahead. Going to be able to heal up. Lex far enough away that Soda's going to have plenty of time to get healed up. But it looks like he is going to peek to go ahead and start taking some shots. Unable to connect.
Games 1, 2, and 3, Soda Poppin' with the plays, whether it was for style points. Actually, pretty much all the plays were just for style points. But now going to try to get some shots into Lex, get a second kill.
Yeah, Lex, plenty of cover, though. Another hit, another hit. Soda Poppin' showing up big, just landing shots. Gets another one. Lex down to 33.
Yeah, we were trying to figure out why Soda was like not in his chair for a second there. He was just warming up. Soda is on fire right now, trying to figure out where Lex is, trying to finish this kill.
Yeah, I don't think he's trying to figure him out at all. I think he knows exactly where he is, and as we swap over to Lex's point of view, and he is going to start holding Soda Poppin' where he's at. Soda and Lex in the peak battles here. Soda Poppin' with a little bit less cover options than Lex, though. Helmet off for Lex. Soda Poppin' almost getting a two-tap. Out comes the smoke nade as Lex goes ahead and backs off.
We've seen just the smokes much thicker than they were before. Karma going to pick up a kill here.
Karma with a full-on AR fight battle there, so he doesn't have the hunting rifle currently because it definitely would have come into play. He loves that thing.
Definitely would have seen it come out. It is not a guarantee at any point, even when you are going for Karma strategy. Soda Poppin' still in this fight with Lex, trying to close the space just a little bit more. We saw Lex throw down that smoke, able to retreat away, but is still slightly damaged from the prior engagement with Soda Poppin'.
Yeah, Lex getting out of there. It looks like Soda doesn't know where he went. That smoke nade definitely kind of disoriented him a little bit. And Sexy Hexy with the pickup truck trying to find a spot to edge out as his own. Fimsteph still in the match. Couple shots coming in from Karma.
We haven't gotten to really see too much of the truck action going on. It really shines in some of these residential areas where it can move through destructible objects like the fences. We'll have to see what these trucks can actually do now, or if the players just try to upgrade the vehicles that they do have.
Yeah, absolutely. And Holly out here with the cop car driving through the water. Not always the best idea unless you absolutely have to. It does slow down the car, make you a little bit easier target. Karma coming up pretty close here to Julia. Not sure if he caught the edge of her going in. He may know that she's there. And this safe zone is going to pull southwest a little bit, so it is starting to edge onto the side of Harrison Bluffs. Theoman, Jim, Glitter all out there way on the west side, up in the hills. Not looking for any fights anytime soon. Luckily, just inside the safe zone, and we're going to cut to a fight with Alfred and Summit. Summit well ahead, and he is going to absolutely laser beam Alfred down.
Yeah, Summit with some good shots there. Going to be able to pick up that kill. Only 63 players do remain. Summit right now trying to figure out if there are any more fights to have, and now we are going to jump on with Soda Poppin' as he tries to get out of this gas. Some serious damage, but he should be able to get out without a problem, even though he is on foot.
He's already pre-medded, so he is just basically staying stable. He's not taking any damage. It takes very little currently, and he hears some Sea Nanners coming by and decides to stop in the gas to take those shots at Sea Nanners. He's still going to make it to 100% currently, maybe 99 off of that pre-med. So he's going to be all right. good decision on him to pre-med in the gas.
Yeah, definitely a good pre-med, and on top of that, tries to play that gas, get a little bit aggressive there. Sodapop just looking phenomenal in this game number 3. Now Loco moving throughout here with very high positioning is going to be Minilad, though. Minilad getting out early in game number 2, trying to redeem against Loco.
Making the push with the shotgun. First hit gets, second hit, third hit just bodies out Loco. Minilad going off there on the aggressive shotgun push.
Minilad is back now, just trying to heal up. Could see for a second there, is looking a little bit suspect. Wildcat inside of the Jeep.
Wildcat with that hog mask on, looking fine.
Looking good indeed. Sometimes you got to skin it to win it. Getting behind the tree. And right now, we're going to have a very different final, like a very different final than we saw in other games. This ring is very different than what we saw before.
Absolutely. I mean, this is a big change from some of these other ones, especially if it ends up pulling into Harris Bluffs and we maybe get a residential finish. That is a much different environment to end a game in than these guys have already played.
And certain players are definitely going to shine much more in that scenario. I mean, you have someone that's really comfortable with going what sometimes you refer to as these 50-50 fights in tight quarters. If someone does really shine in that aspect of the game, they can come ahead in a residential finish.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, there's definitely players that are more comfortable doing the maybe outflank maneuvers in residentials or making use of buildings, hop out of a window, come back where they don't expect you to come from. There's guys that prefer that style of play, and it plays into their wheelhouse if it goes into these close quarter combat situations in cities.
Sexy Hexy moving down with this truck, pretending that it's a Jeep for just a second there, trying to find some optimal positioning. We are finally getting another look at this ring. You can see pretty much everyone has already kind of made it into this safe zone, but it is just getting tight around Harris Bluffs.
Yeah, we got a few that are still out there. We have a lot more people left up at this time of the game than we did previously. So not quite as many kills as the first 2 games, but this next safe zone is really going to determine the pacing. If it ends up in Harris, you end up getting a lot of kills as people come in, but it also starts becoming really compact inside the city. So as that gas circle closes, you start getting you get the fights on the side that the gas is coming from, where people are forced to move inside those buildings.
You can see that Sandy Ravage is actually positioned right now between 2 players. This is one of the guys that we definitely did want to be paying attention to. Has a very good chance of taking this entire thing, of being our all-star. Sodapoppin does still have decent cover here, but yeah, Sandy Ravage will need to be able to get into the safe zone without taking an engagement that can be pinched.
Yeah, absolutely. Sexy Hexy here in an engagement with Grenader. See if he decides to go ahead and step back out and take that fight. Card's in a little bit of a weird position. A lot of times you don't want to park it right against something. You don't want to ever have to get in your car and back out. You want to be able to just drive straight ahead. So we'll see if they end up taking that fight. Crispy Concord's not going to make it out of the gas. The gas is going to take another player. I think the gas actually has more kills than anybody. Maybe it takes down the 5,000.
Right now it looks like that would be the case. In the previous matches, we did see the player that did get the $5,000 pulling down 9 kills each time. No one necessarily pulling up there quite yet, but we still do have plenty of time and plenty of faces to be taken down with 61 players. Gas is about to advance here as well. It's going to start getting very tight. Hiko has had just impressive shots. Curvy Llama going to be brought down off the screen, but Hiko's just had these impressive shots throughout the entire game. We've also seen Hiko as well not putting the most stock in his vehicles, being willing to just have them eat bullets.
Yeah, absolutely. And Sodapop getting another kill onto Scum, and Trick2G getting a kill elsewhere on the map. But as you were saying about Hiko, Hiko's definitely been somebody that's willing to use his car as cover and sacrifice vehicle health to try and get kills, which helps you in the interim, in that immediate fight, but it really kind of hurts you towards the late game, having your vehicle be ripped apart like that. And Karma leaving another airdrop.
He's just so good at getting these airdrops. The other thing is Sodapop has actually started to rack some serious kills. Sodapop may be able to take this $5,000.
I think Sodapoppin has the most kills this game so far, so I think he's in a good position to do it if he can keep it up.
He's going for it, man. I mean, the thing is I think to feel comfortable at all, you want to try to get to like that 7-kill range after you've seen 9 be that benchmark time and time again.
Yeah, I mean, I would love to see somebody hit 10. I'm not sure if we're going to get to see it. Somebody's got to go ahead and go turn it up a little bit and start knocking out some kills.
I want to see
You wanna see
Soda
Mighty
Poppin.
Mouse, right?
I want to see Soda Poppin drop double digits here. Fuya trying to avoid some of these shots here, going to get into the Jeep, but more finding purchase. Fuya goes down.
Killy with a nasty AK, finding shot after shot, gonna eliminate Fuya. Holly out in the open. Lucas putting shots down to one shot, and Speedy comes through. Speedy just explodes, and the kill goes to Holly. John Vlogs takes out Josh Ochi. Speedy comes in like a legend. The airtime was nutty.
that is it. That's not even the craziest thing
Just
we've seen in this
sent it.
game.
That was great.
Holly gonna somehow manage to get that kill.
Comes off in the air, on fire, and Holly, I guess, just put the last bullet into the car and blows it up.
We're now down to 55. Ring gonna be getting tighter here soon. Summit may take this fight. I feel like Summit may try to take this.
He
Good
might.
approach to Jericho, trying to keep a strafe going as to not get fired on.
Jericho completely unaware of Summit right now. We'll see if Summit decides to take it. Not going to be able to get enough shots, and I think he's going to go ahead and just try and stalk him into the safe zone or into the area that they're trying to get to. I'm assuming that Summit's just outside the safe zone currently.
Yeah, and also assuming too that Summit doesn't feel like maybe able to close down the space enough. Wants to make sure when Summit takes those shots, wants to make sure that going to hit Jericho before Jericho really does notice the location. Now once again, Soda Poppin' looking for blood here. Glitter going to retreat for now inside of the vehicle. Soda Poppin' with a total of 2 kills. Actually thought he had 3 for a second there, so he does have 2 kills. So he's got quite a long run ahead of him if he wants to try to pull down that 5K.
Yeah, I want to take a look and see what the total kills are currently. I think Soda is ahead, and it looks like he is. I'm looking over here at our match outcome screen, and he is tied for first in kills right now. So Sexy Hexy, Trick 2G, and Soda Poppin' all with 2 kills. Nobody else exceeding that yet, so no one really going off quite yet.
And that was one of the things that we noticed as well. We actually saw our first place players taking down 9 kills.
Yeah,
over and over again, but it all came down to them being in that late game, getting those explosive kills when the powder keg really does pop off. Now Soda Poppin' still being very aggressive here, taking some shots, finding cover now.
Yeah, Balski
relatively safe.
For it.
Relatively safe here. He should be able to get some shots in, but I think he needs to find some better positioning before he goes for just that. Quite a few players are going to be grouped up here around this building.
Yeah, he's going to come in, and Eddie Sick is right here in this garage. We'll see if he decides to get into an engagement. I'm not sure if Eddie's going to move at all. It may not give him away. He's actually right inside, possibly in the bathroom. I think he's right through that next door. He's just inside the garage, and the shots are coming out from Eddie.
Woo!
And ADS is the shotgun and takes down Eddie Sick.
Eddie got a little confident there, revealed his information, and Soda Poppin' just absolutely no respect left in this man. He is on fire. He is going to BM everyone he takes down. Looking great. We are going to see Jim the Jerk manage to take down Holly, then Mini Lad with another kill. This is, I believe, the second one for Mini Lad.
Yeah, second kill for Mini Lad, and that puts him up to 3, though, for Soda. So Soda Poppin' in the lead for that $5,000 prize for top kills for the match.
Soda Poppin' is still inside of that building.
Can Soda Poppin' take out Summit?
We'll have to see. I think Soda Poppin's best bet is to hold this building, but with what we've seen so far, Soda Poppin' definitely going for those kills. I think he's just after that bounty.
I think he's going to get... Oh, Elohim moving at the last second, cancels his heal. He is going to bleed out and go down to Diesel there.
And it does matter who that kill goes to as well, because when you're competing for that 5K on board with Wildcat, we have 51 players still inside of this match.
Yeah, Holy here looking for Julia. Julia does go down to Hiko. Hiko netting himself a kill, stealing it away from Holy.
Yeah, and that also means that Hiko knows exactly where you're at, and that is not a situation you want to be in. Hiko picking up another one.
Deleted. And we've got a fight now between Gassy. Gassy actually just throwing some shots off into the distance in the direction of Glitter Explosion. Gets a tag on her once. See if he decides to chase. He swaps to a shotgun as he gets into the car. That's typically something you do when you're about to do what we like to call the COD rush.
Yeah, and for anyone who hasn't watched yet, we've seen a few of them today.
You see them every now and then. A lot of times, though, like I said, it's a coin flip situation. It's the same thing as going into a close range fight in a inside of a building, and he is hot in pursuit of Glitter. He is chasing this one down, and now we've got shots coming out from Summit onto Sodapoppin. Sodapoppin extremely low. Summit spraying out some shots, starting to push them out as fast as he could, and ends up getting too much kick and off target. Sodapoppin narrowly escapes death there at the hands of Summit.
Summit doesn't appear to be done yet. Now going to move slightly away from Sodapoppin. May actually find another fight, though, if he isn't paying attention from his rear.
Yep, we've got a bunch of players around here. Sodapoppin is getting healed back up. Kelly Kapowski now taking some shots onto Isaac. Gets the first hit, gets the second, down to 55.
49 players left, and we have some of our top players still inside of this match, so they are definitely looking good to try to grab that 70K that is waiting for first place. Back on board with Summit. Looks like he has completely abandoned this fight with Sodapoppin.
Yeah, we do have Karma driving around in the area, and I'm just assuming that he's got like 92 shots in his hunting rifle and like 15 two-hit Lammies probably sitting inside that car as well. Maybe that's why he doesn't give up the car. He may actually be dumping two-hit Lammies into the vehicle and is just riding out the same vehicle all the time because he doesn't want to give those up. It's hard to transfer them. They weigh a ton, so getting them into your backpack and transfer to a new vehicle is a lot of time wasted.
Usually a scenario that you don't even have to think about, but Karma just having an absolute monopoly so far on those airdrops.
I don't think anybody else has gotten one. He's gotten every single one.
So he's not only going to be getting things like that hunting rifle, he is also going to be getting the gas, and he is also going to potentially be getting things like those Lammies.
Yeah, and all of those things are that make a difference. We talk about the attrition. Well, he's gonna be able to have a lot more attrition to go through. He's gonna have a lot more things to expend when you get that many airdrops, and we're gonna have a full-on Harris Bluff ending here, and this is gonna go into the main city part, and we have a little bit of the park there, so a lot of elevation changes. We're probably gonna see some fights and staircases inside buildings. These guys are gonna have to get ready for some close quarters combat.
And we've already seen certain players really thrive in these scenarios. We'll have to see if someone like Hotted or Sodapoppin can make the most out of being in these close quarters finish inside of the bluffs. Now Hiko inside of that cop car, Summit trying to get a few shots into it. Hiko looking for some better positioning, get some shots in of his own. Wow, Hiko just an absolute monster.
Hiko getting a lot of kills, getting some assists there from Summit. Summit actually looking to take any fight he can get, going after Hiko and Lex there.
The big thing now is Hiko does have 3 kills. So if Hiko can get in the area of something like a 7 or an 8, should be able to take that 5K. Not too many people shooting up yet on that kill meter.
Yeah, on the 3, it's only Sodapoppin and Hiko currently. Both of them have 3 kills. Everybody else is running a little bit behind. So we're on board with Hotted here as he's healing up in a backyard, it looks like. He's rolling a bandage, but he appears to be at full health. I'm not sure what he was trying to heal. Sodapoppin a little bit behind on health, having to get healed up here in combat with Karma. Karma well ahead.
And knowing Karma, he should have some. Wow, Hiko is able to take out Summit. Now he's going to grab as much of that loot as possible. But we're going to jump on board with Parasite. Parasite inches that one out and takes down Hotted. Both of these players looking good, though, in the close quarters, but Parasite going to come out on top. We saw a really impressive performance out of Parasite in game number 2, and now he is looking good in game number 3 with 43 players remaining and the gas about to advance.
Yeah, OP right inside this building. Zombie Unicorn just outside on the other side of that wall. Shots coming in onto Sodapoppin from Karma still. Karma looking to end it for Sodapoppin. Shots coming from the other side. Chance in a really rough spot here with Lucas 60 FPS up above him. He does have a little bit of healing that he has already going. Finds himself a nice little nook to go ahead and get a few more heals off. And it looks like he is going to be able to escape that gassy Mexican. Elsewhere on the map goes down along with Zombie Unicorn.
Ava going to go down as well, and Sodapoppin is going to fall to Karma. Karma using that throwable to end him. We'll have to see if Karma actually makes his way over to the corpse to celebrate. I don't think that is going to be Karma's style here, but one of the things that we have definitively, I actually think it might be. One of the things that we have seen out of Karma definitively, though, is the fact that once he picks up a kill, he does not stop until he's able to grab it.
No, unless he's forced off by somebody else pinching him. Once he's decided to engage you, he is going to take that fight, and Hiko is going to eliminate Karma as we're talking about him, and he's going to come in and pick up a car. There's a ton of loot in there. He's going to have so much stuff
This just
is
makes
a gift.
Hiko so dangerous.
It's a Christmas.
I think Hiko's probably had the best shot here today, and now he's going to take all of that loot that Karma has just bullied out from this game.
Yeah, Haley,
Keep
baby.
your eyes on Hiko because he should be dangerous throughout the remainder of this match. 36 players are going to be left. OP still is one of them.
Gas still spreading. OP going to have to move out of that backyard. MZia getting tagged once there. Switching over to the Angry Pug. Taking shots onto OP. Spraying a little too fast. They're not able to control that AR. And OP going to be able to get away from him. And now Minilad versus John Vlogs. Shots coming out through the window. Minilad extremely low here. John Vlogs well ahead. Shotgun to the back. But he's going to be able to turn the body armor, saving John Vlogs, and allows him to turn around and get the kill onto Minilads. We are now got Chaos Ape versus Scissors. Chaos Ape well ahead in this fight. Scissors going to lay down and start healing. Chaos Ape going to do the same.
Yeah, this is one of the first roof battles that we have actually seen play out. We're going to start seeing much more in that area surrounding it. Hiko inside of this car. We already alluded to the fact that he is going to have some serious stuff to work with here. Most likely some Lammies that he's gotten off of Karma, and maybe even a hunting rifle. But right now we are going to see him just use some standard rifling techniques, trying to get some shots in. Finally is going to find a target. Hiko is going to take a little bit of that push there, getting behind that cop car, making sure that no one can come up from behind him. Mighty Mouse is going to fall, this time in 33rd, and already we only have 31 players remaining, and you can see on your screen the name of Sandy Ravage, one of our leaders here. If Sandy Ravage can keep this up, should be able to lock up this performance as long as we see something like a top 10 finish.
He makes top 10. I don't think that anybody else can take it down or take it away from him. And Lucas, 60 FPS, going to get lit up by the AK of John Vlogs with that assist from Bowski. OPSCT right here as the body comes through in the car. The litter explosion now getting lit up from behind by Hiko, able to get away. And OP in a close range fight, and he is going to eliminate John Vlogs.
John Vlogs had looked impressive throughout this game, but ultimately is going to fall. OP trying to get that loot now, but here we go, back on board with Hiko for another fight, but it looks like someone comes up on his flank. Still standing though at this point.
Sandy Ravage with the hunting rifle now, looking for a shot onto Crunk Muffin. Crunk just kind of eat-assing and running in circles around that tree. Finally spots where Sandy's at and takes cover for a second, but then goes for a run. We're on board with Fimstep in a fight here with Wildcat with the AK. Wildcat through the window, comes back around, finds Fimstep, gets the kill. Parasite steps up, gets the kill onto Jericho there, down to 27. Steve-O somewhere behind him.
Man,
not able to finish him off.
Inside of that building, just seeing some outclassing going on. Impressive kill coming in from Parasite as well. And back with Hiko. This is going to be one of the most important players now that we have approached our top 23. OP going to put some shots in through the gas, not finding purchase yet. Jeep going to come
hit
out.
by the car,
gonna
but
get some
lives.
serious damage from that Jeep, but not enough to take him down yet.
And into another fight. Wildcat doing work inside this building. Gets himself another kill, taking down Noah. And Steve-O in a close range fight with Parasite. Parasite going to win that one with the SMG. And Trilix going to take out C-Nanners in 21st. We are down to 20 players remain in Game 3.
The other thing to note, too, is Wildcat now has actually been able to amass 5 kills. So starting to pull ahead, looking to take that 5K. And like you said, we have broken the top 20. Only 19 are going to remain inside of the building right now. Is going to be Trill. Wildcat inside of a building, but is going to need to leave soon as the collapse of this gas is going down. Chaos Ape going to be taken down by one of the most impressive players from game number 2. Hiko going to take down another. This time it's going to be Pug. Jim the Jerk falling down a little bit earlier than we would expect, this time from Bo. And this is really starting to heat up here. Parasite finally is going to fall down. Bo starting to get some serious kills up on the board. Glitter Explosion coming down as well. And now Sandy Ravage picking up a kill on some of his toughest competition.
I think that just locked it in. I don't think that he can get knocked out. He just took out second place. He's in the top 10 in this game. He is crushing it. I'm pretty sure he just locked down first overall.
And one of the big questions with that being said is who is going to get the $5 grand for top kills from this game. And right now, Wildcat in this building looks like the most dangerous man alive. We'll have to see if he can close out the 5K here.
I think Hiko is actually just ahead of him. He gets another one. And Hiko and Wildcat are tied at 6 as we are in our final 9. Hiko, though, is Sandy Ravage, though, picking up that kill onto Jens.
Well, Hiko just still has that boon that he managed to get off of Karma when he took Karma down. That was an incredibly important kill and still riding off that momentum. Sandy Ravage now in a potentially bad fight. Let's see if Bo can be taken down by the likes of Sandy Ravage up on the hill, jumping on board with Wildcat again, still inside of this building. This has been his stomping grounds, picking up over 6 kills picking up 6 kills right now, going to throw that helmet back on, seeing if another fight will come his way inside of his lair, and he does see there is someone still in here. Oh, going to be able to get that shot in.
Trying to get this shotgun kill around these corners, keeps running back and forth, trying to get the outflank, going through another smoke nade into this room. Trilix makes his way back out and in towards the front. He's just trying to run to find a spot to heal. Wildcat on the hunt, though, trying to track him down. He's just outside, though.
Wildcat wants this kill, and just like that, position is going to be revealed, going to find it. That is a 7th kill, and that is a very good chance at that 5K. Bo gonna throw on a helmet right now. Needs to be as safe as possible, trying to stay in this one and get a good finish. Another one walks right into the clutches of Wildcat. This man is on fire, potentially going to be our first player to drop double digits here on the kills.
They need to rename this building after him. He is just dropping people left and right with the shotgun in here. There is just body bags everywhere. Down to 6 players. OPSCT here in a fight with Theo Man. Theo Man gets him down to 1 shot. Theo decides to push, going for it, gets the kill onto OP. Theo in 5th place.
Theo looking really good, and we talked about this being one of the potential players to do some work, but Bo has hot hands right now, taking an eye at Theo. Theo relatively low after this previous engagement. A nice grenade going to come out here. If this finds Theo, we actually are going to see that smoke. This may be enough to keep Theo safe. Theo's starting to retreat.
Yeah, he'll be okay for a second here. That's going to protect him from Bowski. And now we've got Sandy Ravage throwing out that hunting rifle shot. Not able to find that connection, though.
Sandy Ravage in such a dominating position should be able to be our champion, but gets cut down by Hiko.
I still think he's taken down first overall. I don't think it's possible for anybody to have passed him up, and we have Wildcat now getting shot at from above by Theo Man. Theo looks like he may have just taken some more damage from another side, though. It looks like Bowski is pushing Theo. Theo in a pinch.
Right now, Wildcat just wants to get another kill on the board as well. Hiko looking really strong here. But Theo Man gets cut down by Bo, and Bo finds one on Wildcat as well. Bo with 5 kills and just 1 player left on the map. It's going to be Hiko, who has 8. If he finds this kill here, he's going to be able to get first place and #1, pulling down 5K from that kill leaderboard. Up high here, has a favorable shot on Bo, and has some serious loot to work with as well. We'll have to see what he actually did get from those airdrops that he picked off of Karma.
We got 10 seconds till gas, though, and we're going to see which one of them is in the safe spot. One of them will be forced to move to the other one. We see a gas nade come out, and shots start to come down. Hiko getting the first connection.
Gas may be that catalyst, but Hiko getting some serious work done on Bo early. May be able to contest this one, but moving down the hill, he will have absolutely no cover. Maybe needs to trade out something like a smoke to close this space. We'll have to see, because the gas is actually starting to spread, and it looks like they both might have to move. It isn't necessarily pushing them towards each other. There is the smoke. It is invested here. Hiko going to have to try to stay up high. Bo rotating up, gonna come out of the smoke. Hiko putting some shots in blind, not finding purchase. Bo peeks out for just a second. Hiko can smell the blood in the water, looking for that 9th kill, and he is getting some serious work done and gets it. That's 9 kills, $5,000. Hiko taking first place in game #3.
Hiko stepping up big there, not able to get to the double digits, but ties the other winners from game 1 and game 2 with 9 and takes down $5 grand. Hiko stepping up big. I wasn't sure who was going to take that one, him or Wildcat. They were both just trading kill after kill.
Neck and neck. Wildcat was absolutely phenomenal, though, when actually just finding that position in the building, and that was something we alluded to when we saw the ring. Some players that are actually able to thrive in scenarios like that inside of a building can get some serious kills. But let's take a look at how everything did shake out and look at the standings in just a few seconds here, because right now we already know that one of the most important things to pay attention to is the overall standings when we have someone like Sandy Ravage, who is just able to just come out consistently.
I mean, he made top 10 every. I thought he didn't for a second there, but no, he made it all 3 times, top 10 every single time.
Sandy Ravage, incredible spot.
I absolutely the most consistent player. And that's what this entire tournament was about consistency. How well did you place every single game? You had to show up every single match in a game that is very hard to do that and repeat over and over. And he showed up every single time.
There's just so much money on the line here as well. If you're just tuning in, whoever is, after we calculate everything and see over the course of 3 games who has the highest amount of cumulative points, first place will be taking $70K away. We already do know that Hiko, with those 9 kills in game number 3, is going to be able to lock up $5,000. We already gave away $5,000 during each game for whoever got the top kills.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, and that went out every single time. 9 kills every single time. Completely.
Yeah, it was
consistent.
actually, it was 9 every single time.
It was 9 every single time. That's just kind of a weird thing to me. But we do have those stats now up for that 3rd game. And let's see how this shook out.
We are seeing a lot of players like Theoman that came out consistently, but when you have players like Sandy Ravage coming in 5th place there after being so high up on the leaderboard in the previous games, I really think we're going to see him high up. I think we're going to see him as number 1 for the entire tournament, but this time number 1 in game number 3 is Hiko. This was the man with the scariest shot in the world throughout the entire tournament, and finally getting that $5K for getting 9 kills.
Yeah, absolutely. And then we just see everybody else shake out. And I think that Theo was really I think he was one of those players that was on the bubble. I think he might have been just outside of placing top 10. I think he may have this may have bumped him in. He was really close. He was in the top 20 the first 2 games. This may have been enough to push him over into the edge to make top 10.
Hey, we may actually see Theo be in the green, maybe getting something like a 9th or 10th place, which would net him $2,000. And as a caster, I'm pretty sure that means he has to buy us the drinks tonight, so we'll have to see where Theo does actually place.
Yeah, 100%. If he makes it in, Theo's buying me the drinks. That's how it's going to work.
I'm really excited. We're going to get a look right now to see who our champion is, TwitchCon. Let's take a look at the standings overall from all 3 games, and at the number 1 place, we will see Sandy Ravage as our champion, the winner of $70,000. Hiko actually manages to come into 3rd here. Glitter Explosion, roommate of yours, going to be able to pull down 18K. Theoman pulling down 5K.
Hey, roommates, I need a few drinks.
Tonight is going to be a lot of fun. We're going to be having a party here as well, so don't go anywhere. But we got to look at our top 10. Very impressive, and all those players just looking consistent throughout all these games.
Yeah, I mean, they absolutely all showed up. We saw a lot of consistency out of quite a few players. We saw some great shots. We saw some awesome fights. We saw some people send some cars absolutely fly in that match.
Well, you got to give it up to the people, too, who maybe didn't have the most outstanding performances or the top finishes, but just put on a show. Man, Soda Poppin' just really coming out in that 3rd game. And the first game going out with style, you know, just flicking on the siren. That was a lot of fun. It was also nice to get to see Hotted kind of run into Dr. Disrespect, but then in the 3rd game, redeeming himself.
Yeah, and seeing Soda Poppin' get that kill, and we've watched everybody else do the waves in game and everything else, some of the BM. Soda Poppin' did the one right across the stage. He did it in person and just teared him down.
I don't even know. As soon as that happened, I don't know where Dr. Disrespect went after Soda Poppin' actually did manage to get that kill. Have not seen him since on the stage. But we have a few looks at some of those moments right now. We're going to take a quick look at the replays from game number 3. Here's Dr. Disrespect right now. He was actually able to get the first blood in this match in quite impressive fashion. Able to take him out with the shotgun. Big Star will fall down, but this is the play of the game for me. Dr. Disrespect down a little bit in this fight. Seems to have favorable positioning as Soda Poppin' just runs out in the wild like a rabid animal. Absolutely no cover. Strafing back and forth, and just like that, boom, able to take down the Doctor, popping off his armor very easily. Man, and I guess we're not going to actually see the celebration. We'll have to look back at the VOD for that one.
Yeah, we got Summit here in that fight with Alfred, where he is just connecting shot after shot and gets that kill. And now we're going to cut over to Soda Poppin', who was getting healed up, and we didn't get to see this one initially. And Karma finds him with that shot, with that grenade, and takes him out.
Yeah, and one of the big things, too, is after that, we actually did see Karma getting taken out by Hiko, and that netted Hiko a whole bunch. Now, Wildcat inside of this building was one of the most dominant things I've ever seen inside of H1, just taking out person after person here. This is the 8th kill that Wildcat gets, and I believe something like 6 of them were inside of this building. And now in the final moments here, it's going to be Hiko.
Yeah, Hiko versus Bowski, and we just saw this one play out to end this match, which bumped Hiko up into third, netting him $25,000. This here is $30,000.
$30,000 because of this kill.
This is a $30,000 kill. So Hiko,
like straight up. I mean, if you look at it the other way, maybe Hiko comes in a position of something like the most that he could have made was 18K. So after actually getting this kill, you know, he jumps up at least $12,000. That is one of the most lucrative kills you'll ever have in H1Z1.
Yeah, absolutely. And both these players playing right against the edge of the gas, and this circle most likely, we never got to see the circle, but most likely it's centering on itself. So both players in this position where they have to move. So smoke nade comes out, Hiko goes ahead and rotates on the direction that you wouldn't expect him to go. He goes towards the gas. So Bowski comes in, he switches to the automatic weapons to try and get these shots in, knows that he's already ahead, had a couple shots into him, and able to step back up and get the finish right at the end. Smart to not go for the reload either. He was low on ammo, gets those last couple shots off, and gets the finish.
Definitely well earned there by Hiko. I'm excited to actually see, like, man, what a
He's so
crazy
calm and composed at the end of that.
it's kind of like he's good at video games or something.
It's like he's done it before somewhere else. I mean, he might have won something sometime.
We had a pretty incredible crowd, though, here, cheering for pretty much everyone. Really enjoyed being here at TwitchCon. That's going to be our All-Star Series, but we are not done yet this weekend at all. I am so excited for when we actually get to see the matches tomorrow as well for Legends.
Yeah, I mean, Legends tomorrow is going to be absolutely insane. We're going to see a lot more combat in the end. You're going to see a lot more strategy kind of put into these. These are guys that all have thousands and thousands of hours in this game, so we're going to see some top-tier play tomorrow.
Yeah, this was definitely an awesome tournament to get to watch, but just nothing will match the play that we'll see out of Legends. We've gotten to see these guys in the tournament scene before. A lot of these guys, maybe the last time that we actually really did get to see them compete on a stage this big with stakes this high was probably something like DreamHack, and now we're actually going to get to look at it again, and I feel like the competition even more fierce than when we were in Atlanta.
It's a larger stage. It's a higher prize pool for a single, for just the solos event. So I mean, it's definitely a bigger event in the overall. This is the big one. I mean, this is the annual TwitchCon Invitational. So this is the platform. This is the big stage. So it's going to be a little bit more interesting and entertaining than the DreamHack one.
Do you have any predictions when we do actually go in? Any players that you think may be able to close that one out? I will say, our predictions today were pretty decent. We actually, like, just by eyeing everyone up, of course, we've gotten to watch their streams before and things like that, but now when we actually do look at Legends, we've gotten to watch their streams, we've gotten to watch them in tournaments before, so we have some of the stats behind making these calls. Who do you think maybe has a chance of closing it out tomorrow when we get into Legends? It's going to be the same format, guys, as well, that we actually saw in All-Stars, so no surprises there. It's going to basically play out the same way, but with different faces in these 75 seats.
A little bit different prize pool as well, but I mean, there's obvious choices that you go to, guys that just showed up huge on LAN in Atlanta, Sweet Dreams, guys like Aladdin, you saw Prox, you saw a ton of guys. I mean, there's just a ton of players out there that can all easily stand with any of the guys, and they're going to be able to step up. So it's going to be interesting to see who ends up coming out victorious tomorrow.
Yeah, I was actually talking to a few of the pros when we were out the first night, just enjoying California a little bit, and they were just saying this is some of the stiffest competition that you could possibly see in H1. So even if they are feeling really confident, definitely respecting the players that they are going to be playing against as well.
Oh, you absolutely have to respect every player that's going to be in that match. Any single one of those players can two-tap you at any point in time at almost any distance. So you absolutely have to show respect to every fight you take. You can't do that overly aggressive play style and just try to not respect the game, because even if they're far behind, these guys will step out and just throw 2 bullets, take that peeker's advantage, and they're going to win a fight on you just because you made an over-aggressive push.
Now, though, it's time to take a look right now at some of our victors. We have Jose on the floor with our top 3.
Guys, that was an incredible 3 matches that we got to see. It was close every single match, and it came down to the wire when we came down to pull points. But we have our top 3 contenders, our top 3 winners for the overall matches here, and we're going to celebrate with them because we got a little something special for them. And in 3rd place, the man who just dominated that last match, we have Hiko coming to the stage. Hiko, give everybody a round of applause for Hiko. Congrats, man.
Thank you very
I
much.
got a little something for you. Here you go. Check this out.
Oh.
That's the prize.
Thank you very much.
Enjoy that. Next time, first place, and we'll get to talk more. Until then, get off the stage. Get out of here. Guys just think they come in third place, they can just hang out on the stage all day. In second place, with also 3 impressive games, we got Le TV. Le, come up on stage, my second place, my silver winner. Congratulations, man.
Thanks.
Awesome 3 matches. Look, I got a little something for you. It's like his, but silver.
Thank you.
Enjoy that. Next time you're going to get a gold one.
Okay, yes.
Good luck.
Always right. Thank you.
Thanks a lot. And in first place, the man with the master plan. You saw him on stage after that first match, and I knew that he would bring the madness. Give it up for Sandy Ravage. This is yours, my friend.
Thank you very much.
First off, congratulations. 3 tough matches. After you won the first one, my hopes, I mean, you have an awesome name. First off, Sandy Ravage, best name in the competition. How did you feel after the first match with the final 2 matches?
Well, after the first match, I was lucky enough to not really have to be aggressive because I got the victory. So I just kind of, I shystered a couple matches there in the back, and I just hung out in the back of the map. What can I do?
I mean, overall, it was just an impressive 3 matches for you. What was that oh shit moment when you're like, I think, match 3, I think I could place top 3 for sure?
When I got the sniper rifle,
Yeah.
definitely, yep. I didn't do too well with it, but when you get the sniper rifle, you just feel like a better player right off the bat. So I got a couple kills, and I'm happy with it.
A couple kills, a couple wins, and a solid $70,000 grand prize for Sandy Ravage. Sandy, thank you so much, man. I know you want to go spend some of that money. Get some beers. Sandy Ravage, awesome. I'm going to put these down. I don't need these. Tired of cue cards. But stay tuned.